Welcome to Thriving with Chiropractic, where Dr. Mosier from Mosier Family Chiropractic shares a variety of topics designed to empower, inspire, and give hope. Take a few notes and enjoy the lesson.
So how is your hormones affecting your acne? Hey folks, welcome to Thriving with Chiropractic. I have my beautiful co-host, Ellen, and then myself, Dr. Mosier. And, I am wearing this beautiful sweater vest like an old man and very festive. When we met in high school, if I wore these, what would you have thought? Well,
stay away.
Now that I won the girl, I can wear these ridiculous sweater vests. As we get closer to Christmas, they might come out more, and they may have a little bit more bedazzle.
Maybe. We'll see.
But talking about high school and that awkward stage of pimples, of blackheads, of just the stuff you don't want, and even as adults in our 30s and even 40-year-olds, they'll get acne. But why? And I kind of asked the question of hormones, because you would agree when you're going through high school, your hormones are constantly changing. I could look at a dumbbell and, increase my muscle mass. Now I look at a cake and my waistline increases. I mean, hormones are just everywhere.
Very true.
This is true.
I think something else that affects our hormones is the amount of stress that we're under. And then people will notice that their acne increases too. So there's a lot of things that play into acne and hormones. And
there's we've talked about this before. There's a stress hormone, and we call it cortisol, and we actually can test for it in the office, and we can make recommendations on how to increase your cortisol levels because you're overly sluggish and you need to work on your adrenals, or we need to decrease it because, your life is just in panic mode all the time.
Right.
And we need to get some balance. But really, when you're out of balance, let me back up the train. Oil is produced in excess.
Right.
And those pores, they get clogged up, and it's a breeding ground for bacteria. Just like, swimmers here. I'm just going to throw in an example for the folks is you go to a water park and man, you're having a blast. It's so much fun, but your kids, they get a lot of water in their ear because they just keep going down Splash Mountain.
That's right.
And it's clogged up, and that water, it festers, and it allows that bacteria to fester.
Yeah.
The same thing with our acne. Now, detox is another big thing that we both believe in.
Right.
And we're constantly bombarded with toxins, pollution and things like that. I mean, you remember when we were in high school and we were dating and you were trying to woo me.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm worth wooing.
Yes, with that baby face at the time.
So you and your family would take me out to these really weird events. They were tractor pulls. And
I don't think weird.
Well,
we were just introducing you to life.
Yes, I was used to the life of football and basketball. And then she introduced me to the farm life. And so these tractors were souped up so much that when they would rev up and go, the black smoke would just be outrageous. It would be like a 3-4 story building. It was nuts. And it was really neat to see. But obviously, that produces a lot of pollution.
Now.
Anyway, there's no way of avoiding toxins, and that's what I'm saying. So we want to always be aware and making sure that our liver and our kidneys can do their job. And that's why, obviously, maybe I shouldn't say obviously, but we offer a detox pack, which allows you to continuously detoxify your system, right? Because if you're full of toxins, then those pimples, those zits, those blackheads, they're gonna seep out.
That was really graphic.
Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah.
So we're a chiropractic office.
Right.
So can we do anything about people's stress, people's hormones?
Well, through chiropractic adjustments, we can help you balance those out. When your body is in a line, then your body's going to be more receptive to getting rid of the toxins like it should be naturally, and then allowing your stress levels to come down. So then not only is your mind more calm and at ease, but then your body is also like a physical reflection of that calming down.
Absolutely, because the nervous system controls everything. So if there's impingement in your nervous system going to, T8 goes to your liver. So if that's impeded, well, your liver's not detoxifying as well, and that's a common hiccup point because let's just use an example. Say I'm thinking of a patient right now. She was cleaning the church and she was taking the mop and going back and forth, but you kind of have that slight bend and you're doing this twisting motion. Well, that right at T8 was highly inflamed. And so when you get that adjusted, good things happen with that liver.
Right.
But it's really, I think the biggest thing I like to stress is, obviously adjustments aren't taking away your acne. Adjustments are turning on your nervous system, which then allows your body to ultimately be healthier, not have those things seeping, coming on your face and scaring away all the girls or boys, or I don't know.
I do have one question about our detox pack. Is this like the traditional standard thought of detox? Like, I'm going to take this for a month. It's going to rid all the toxins and then I don't have to take it again, maybe in 6 months. What kind of detox is this doing for our bodies?
So I love the question because back when I was in chiro school and there was just a bunch of health nuts all around, we were all crazy, right? And the big thing then was do a 21-day detox where you hardly eat anything. All you're doing is drinking water and maybe a little protein shake.
Okay.
And that works really good. It gets rid of a lot of toxins, but you're miserable throughout the process. And what happens as soon as that 21 days done, well, you're back to eating your regular food, right? And so you just retoxify yourself. Sure. So I'm a big fan of, obviously we need to have a cleaner diet, not so much the junk food, which tastes wonderful, but if we clean that up, but we also always encourage our liver and kidneys to do their job every day. This isn't more of a long-term, constantly helping, constantly moving. This stuff, what it does is it pulls the top, it's a pack. So you got one capsule that deals with pulling the toxins out of the blood, right? Or pulling the toxins, out of the cells into the blood. The next capsule, it's activated charcoal. If someone has poisoning, the paramedics are going to give them charcoal, right? So this charcoal you take at night. And what it does is it takes that toxins out of your blood, pulls it into your fecal material. So you'll probably have an extra bowel movement, but you'll get toxins out. Okay. I am a huge fan of this. The other thing, did you want to add more to that?
No, that was it. I just want to make sure that they seen the difference between what detox we're talking about.
Yes. One way of detoxifying yourself is miserable. Our way is a lot more fun.
Wow. I'll just say it how it is.
Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. But another thing that really helps with the stress, helps with the hormones, is exercise. You can exercise. You can take time to pray. You can take time for yourself and read. I'm going to mention something. You didn't know how girly of a man I am, but I'm going to tell everybody.
Okay.
So I've started and we'll see how this goes and how long I do this for. But you know how teenage girls will have a little diary.
Uh-huh.
You know, you probably had one, and
Well, I used to have the one with the lock on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you probably all over it had, you know, Ellen Mosier, you know, I will marry him one day.
With hearts on the sides.
With hearts and everything.
Yeah.
Well, my journal doesn't quite look like that.
This is my sad face.
Oh, because I already won. I already won you.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
This tells me so. Okay. But anyway, what I'm doing is I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to, you know, like sermons and leadership and all sorts of things. And I read. Well, what I've been trying to do is on a daily basis, it is write down my thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
you know, put it down on paper, you know, because there's a lot of really neat experiences throughout our days. You know, I have a story worth sharing. You all have a story worth sharing. And I like to write that down. And that's a huge, well, I think it's a stress relief.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're girly like me, I would recommend getting a journal and jotting down your thoughts.
Yeah.
That will help with your hormones, which then will help with, well, that stuff coming on your face.
Yeah.
So I hope you had fun, and I hope you stay tuned for next week's Thriving with Chiropractic.
If you found value in this video, please comment and let us know your biggest takeaway. We also ask that you don't keep this information to yourself. We ask that you share it with your friends and family by simply clicking the share button below.